Right then, this is a quick walk around video. This is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre executive automatic. As you can see here, 2006 car in Nighthawk black, full black leather interior. This one's got privacy glass, side steps, and this front nudge bar on the front as well. Just one private lady owner from you who's kept the car in absolutely wonderful condition. I'll go around the car for you. Front of the car, you can see there, completely clean. Lenses clear all the way around, no cracks or condensation in those. Front of the car is exceptionally clean. I can't see any obvious stone chips. There will be the odd tiny one, don't get me wrong, but it is very, very, very few, or they are very, very few and far between. Come down the near side of the car first, and it's very clean in the panel work. There's only one mark of any note in this car, which I will point out. I mean, it's obviously going to be more marks than that, but it's the only one that's obviously immediate to the eye. But we come around the front wing, completely clean. Front alloy wheel, absolutely unmarked, which is a miracle for the near side front. And then to come down the remainder of the panels here, it's very clean. The only mark, which hopefully you can see, just on the door here, it's got a slight crease just there. And it is really slight, but it is actually on the car, so we do try and point these out as best we possibly can. That's pretty much the sum total of any marks on the or indentations on the doors there. Rear alloy, completely clean again. Come around the back of the car, just such a handsome looking car, they really are. So the sun's out now, which is lovely. I'm not going to knock it, but it doesn't help with these videos, unfortunately. Come around the back, and all very clean. A few little marks on the rear wheel cover, but a couple of them been touched in, but you know, generally really, really very, very nice. I'm being critical. I'm going to come around this way so the sun isn't so glary. So I normally go from back to front, but I'll go from front to back in this case. So offside of the car, as you can see in the panels, very, very, very clean. Front wing, pretty much unmarked. Front offside alloy, again, absolutely wonderful. And then the remainder of the panel is just absolutely beautiful. It really is. And then come down to the offside rear alloy. Again, in absolutely fantastic condition. So overall on the outside, you know, bearing in mind this is a 12-year-old car now, but the lady's kept it in absolutely fantastic condition, really has. So coming into the boot area, absolutely huge boots on these CR-Vs. They really are. Coming to the shade now because it's so bright outside that it's hard to get interior right, but it's been kept wonderfully, wonderfully well. Obviously the seats are 60/40 fold, back of them again in very nice condition, and they just tumble forward to offer an absolutely cavernous amount of space in the back here. Coming to the back now, you can see there, offside rear door card, clean as a whistle. Absolutely enormous amounts of rear leg room on these CR-Vs. There is a bar underneath. If I can come around under there, hopefully you can see it. Just there. You pull that up, and then the seats actually slide forward to offer even bigger boot space, much as you would on the front seat. The leatherwork, as you can see, is in fantastic condition. Come to the front passenger door card, as with all the others, in wonderful condition. The whole of the interior of the car has been kept absolutely fantastically well, much as with the exterior. But as you can see there, front passenger seat, you know, given just hardly any use at all, absolutely incredible. Driver's door card again in excellent condition all the way through. Footwell area is absolutely clean as a whistle. The driver's seat, beggars belief to think the car's 12 years old because the condition that's absolutely fantastic. So sat inside the car now, engine's running through the section so you can see the video, the dashboard illuminated. The dashboard itself is in, as I said, the whole car is wonderful, it really is. You can see there, sat nav, fully functional. Come down there, you've got the cool box, which works perfectly because the air conditioning is pumping out absolutely ice cold air. And your air conditioning controls there as well. Come down the centre here, you've got this centre table. If you pull that little tab there, you can drop it down out the waist. Again, so it's a really clever design. Heated seats in there work exactly as they should as well. And then coming across the dashboard binnacle, lovely, simple, easy to read dashboards. 70,081 miles now recorded, absolutely no warning lights on. I'll just release the handbrake to show you, but there's nothing on there at all. And on these later models, you get this multifunction steering wheel with the audio controls and cruise control fitted up there as well. But the car, is in, the video just doesn't do credit to the car, it really doesn't. Just to quickly show you, owner's manual pack is here and present with the car, as is, very importantly, lock and wheel nut key. So finally, just to come under this wonderfully presented engine bay, absolutely fantastic engines, they really are. This one's literally just been serviced by ourselves, and as I said, the whole car is in fantastic condition. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre executive automatic. This particular car is registered PE06ZCL. Mileage at the start of the road test is 70,075 miles. Reason for the road test is so customers of ours get to see the vehicle prior to coming to see us actually in operation. We've got customers now literally from all over the UK and the near continent as well, so the least we can do is actually show the very car in the advert driving down the road. We can feed back any issues there might be on the car, and that's the whole point of doing it. So if there's something not right with the vehicle, you get to know about it before setting off to come to see us. It's also done on the same road test route that we go on the same quiet country roads, so hopefully it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive on the car. As you probably know from the advert, this has it's quite an exceptional car really, not only in terms of its kind of look and spec, but the fact that it's had just the one private lady owner from new, which is a real rarity. She's had the car serviced throughout by Honda. The only service not done by Honda is the one we've literally just done. And it tells, you can tell, it shows rather, because the car drives absolutely brilliantly. Engine starts absolutely instantly, settles to a completely smooth, even idle. No warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the vehicle. The car's been running for quite some time now. It's just come back from an MOT actually, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car. Also worth pointing out, obviously with the MOT that's just been done, we don't have any part in that at all. It's done by an independent company, and deliberately so actually. No advisories on this MOT at all, which comes as no surprise given the pre-delivery inspection that was carried out prior, because it was in wonderful order. Engine pulls absolutely brilliantly. It's a lovely, lovely unit in these cars. They're very smooth, suits the automatic absolutely brilliantly as well, and on the sort of steady run, they actually give quite good economy as well. What they're famed for, of course, and rightly so, is the reliability. I mean, it is an incredibly tough engine. In this car, it's producing about 150 horsepower. And when you think that this same engine in a different state of tune can be anything up to 250 horsepower in Honda cars, you can see it's not been pushed anywhere near to its limits. They're so reliable. Cam chain driven, so there's no cam belts to worry about, no big services looming at all. But yeah, a wonderful unit. Engine then feeds through into the Honda automatic gearbox, and it's a lovely gearbox, very smooth shifting. Obviously what I'm looking for on road tests is any kind of lumpiness in gear change or harshness in the gear changes, and there's nothing. Especially with this mileage, you wouldn't expect it on a Honda car, and there's nothing at all. It's absolutely perfect. So in terms of powertrain, engine, gearbox, absolutely spot on. Steering of the car tracks bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back to the steering wheel of the vehicle at all. What I love about this vintage of CR-V is the fact that it's proper old-fashioned hydraulic power steering. It's not electric power steering, and in my opinion, all the better for it. It's obviously easy to use because it's power steering, so it's light at low speeds, but it actually it's got a nice heavy feel on the road, and I think that's lovely I've driven a few kind of four-wheel drives of this type where they give them very light steering, and I just find it horrible on the road. It just makes the car feel as though it's dancing about, and it's almost too sporty for the car. This steering is absolutely brilliant. You know, if you remember this part of the video, you'll know when you drive the car what I mean. It just makes the car feel really lovely and settled and solid on the road. You know, when you get over the bumps, you know, it's not darting about, it just follows your hands on the steering wheel there. And I can't feel any wear in it at all. It feels absolutely rock solid, brilliant. Chassis likewise, perfectly tuned to the steering. Honda done a brilliant job on it. They clearly know this isn't a sports car. It's a comfortable family car, and they've got it absolutely spot on. They haven't gone so soft that it makes the car loll up about and roll through the corners. It actually has got very, very good body control. It's, you know, through a series of sort of quicker sort of A road bends or B road bends, it actually responds very, very well indeed. And sort of you don't get sort of car sickness that you get in lots of these sorts of cars. But equally, it rides incredibly comfortably. They really, really are comfortable cars. Again, what I'm looking for in road tests is just any signs of sort of any kind of wear underneath, where you get some sort of clunks coming through the chassis of the car, but nothing at all. You know, obviously it had been picked up on MOT anyway, but there's just nothing here. It's absolutely spot on. Just going to check the round, just make sure there's no one behind me. Going to give the brakes a bit of a shove. Really good brake pedal, nice and solid. What I'm looking for again is just any kind of pulsing on the brake pedal or vibrations coming through, or is it pulling left, right under braking? But it's absolutely perfect, really is. Looking around inside the car, it's in absolutely fantastic condition in here, and this is real build quality, by the way. This is a 12-year-old car. No buzzers, no creaks, nothing at all, just a rock solid vehicle, and joyfully easy to operate. As you can see there, sat-nav's working absolutely perfectly. I tried the heated seats, they're all absolutely fine, they work perfectly as well. Air conditioning pumps out ice cold air, so that's all functioning exactly as it should as well. Cruise control works perfectly, I've checked that. But the dashboard itself is very high quality in terms of the way it's been assembled. Dashboards are dead simple and easy to read. All the readouts, all the pixelation, all is absolutely as it should be. But it's just a wonderful place to sit and operate the car from. You've got fantastic forward visibility and rearward visibility in these cars. You know, far better than the sort of the much later, more modern equivalents. But it drives beautifully. As you probably know, just briefly explain, obviously this is a four-wheel drive vehicle. Honda worked out very, very quickly that the vast majority of people who buy their cars or this type of vehicle actually only use the four-wheel drive very infrequently. Adverse weather with snow maybe, or going across a sort of a muddy field, that's about the, you know, sum total what most people have to put up with. So why have four-wheel drive whirring around the whole time? Because all that achieves is you're chewing up tyres prematurely, you use more fuel, but you're putting extra mechanical wear on the car as well. This is basically running in two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, the most efficient way to pull a car along as I'm driving now. If I was to put my foot down and spin the front wheels up, it would seamlessly introduce the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive. It's a bit like someone just giving you a shove in the back. It's amazingly effective and bulletproof reliable. We've never ever touched one, and we've literally sold thousands of Hondas using this four-wheel drive system. Its simplicity is what is genius about it. It really is. It's fantastic. As I said at the start of the video, the whole point of these videos is to pick up on any issues, no matter how small they might be. There's nothing on this car to report in terms of the drive of the vehicle to report back. It drives absolutely brilliantly. And I've had many of these cars to know how to sort of compare it to. You know, I used to work at the Bristol Honda dealership with my business partner Tony. So we know and we love our Hondas. We're absolutely passionate about them, and this drives exactly as they're intended to. So it's not like someone who's, you know, got a garage who's never driven one before, who thinks one drives well when it might not be. So that's really kind of what we're saying. If there's anything on the video I've missed, obviously please don't hesitate, do give us a call, and we'll happily answer any questions you might have about this car.